for the break, and how NFG really needs to find some way to slow him down. We are going to see both Lilia and Echo bans coming out, which is kind of what we were predicting seeing. So, interesting to see what the third ban is, if they try to go a third jungler or what they're going to do.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what you need to like see from the side of NFG Esports. They just need to knock down. They just need to like basically take out as many of these power picks as Gen Sniper as they can, because Gen Sniper has been able to use both of these junglers in both of these games to such spectacular strength. And as Lucian is banned away, and Lulu isn't banned away and instantly picked up.
Yeah, so that is definitely the opposite side of this, is that you give both jungler bans, you give 2 jungle bans plus the Lucian ban, is that all of a sudden you got the Lulu open. So it just goes to show the power of Gen Sniper pulling away these bans, opening up this Lulu to be able to be flexed, obviously, but potentially put in this top lane for Xerath.
And Ashe is picked up for fish bait, and we see the Leona hover. If this is locked in, this is definitely going to be a lane that you need cleanse for, because you're not going to have a fun time. Yeah, I mean, this is already just a lane that you would basically need to go cleansing. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a lot of strong CC already being locked in. Lulu, like you said, the Lulu, like we mentioned, Lulu picked up along with Karma, so 2 supportive champions already being locked in here. And even though a lot of junglers haven't banned away, like Gen Sniper is so good because he isn't only good on like champions like Lily and Echo. He's performed on the Evelyn, right? Even though he did end up losing that game, he's performed on Kha'Zix. We see him be so strong on those champions that it's going to be very interesting to see what else he'll pick up.
Today, going down to the last second there on his timer, but we'll be locking in the Senna, presumably for Monkey Diff, but obviously could be for Denji as well.
Yeah, I mean, Senna support is possible. We might also see a fasting Senna, perhaps, is still a possible thing. A bit weaker than it was before, but those souls are definitely nice. As
Cassiopeia.
As Mitch Diff is going to lock in that Cassiopeia. Probably can't be. It could be flexed to bot lane, but since we already see the Ashe locked in, that's very unlikely. So yeah, it will just be mid lane Cassiopeia, which is pretty fun.
So neither team has picked a jungler yet, and it really has been what this series has been surrounded around. A little bit less so in the second game, but it was Gen Sniper once again just popping off. So neither team locking in their jungle picks yet. Probably going to see a couple more jungle bans taken off the board. We did see the Master Yi. There's the Graves. What do you think of see here? Maybe like a Kha'Zix. I'm sorry, last ban coming in. Yeah, be like a Kha'Zix or an Evo.
Yes,
we did see him play that.
Probably another jungler here. I don't see a universe where you'd value more where you'd value taking something from Chude or Xerath more than you'd value getting rid of this power, getting rid of Gen Sniper's power. So yeah, Hecarim taken away, and I imagine that R4 is probably going to be the top lane pick followed up, and then they're going to save that counter pick for one hand to give him as good of a matchup as you can get, because that's important, right? To make sure that he can't get the jungle counter pick and just be set completely far behind, so that one hand can have all of these advantages if he does pick R5.
Definitely a strategy, a valid attempted strategy here for game number 3, since Gen Sniper has been causing so many problems for the NFG Esports. Like you said, probably not gonna see the jungle pick locked in here, so
definitely it will probably just be
top lane.
Zarkana picking something that he wants to blind here
into this. No, I mean, you're right. He could be still. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, actually. But it's probably going to be Lulu top. It'll most likely be Lulu top.
Again, it could be Karma mid, too, so some more flexing on 200 years. Could be Karma mid, could be Karma support.
There's definitely a lot of flexibility in these in those 3 picks that they have picked. Okay.
Gen Sniper with the Rengar. That's the thing. There's so many junglers. We were saying, Gen Sniper's never gonna be able to play Rengar in this tournament. Obviously, we completely slipped the mind that the Rengar was still open. There's so many champs this guy can play. It's really tough.
Definitely. I mean, the only way to win this one is just to ban every jungler, you know? And make him play like Thresh jungle or something, you know? He'll probably still win on that, but...
Thresh jungle, yeah. Whip out the FP Jake special. Team Ionia.
I mean, yeah, there's already so much... there's so much power in this draft, right? Because almost every one of these champions can be switched around. You know, you can have Karma support, Pantheon top laner, mid lane, you know. But yeah, this 200 years draft is very good because they're able to they have so much like basically anonymity, right? They can just be like, you know, this Pantheon probably going to be in support, but we might take it mid lane, we might take it top lane.
Yeah, and some of that's probably going to end up being figured out here as we do see the swaps. Again, players can switch roles post-draft, but not likely. And probably end up seeing the roles.
Kennen locked in here for Zarkana. Definitely a strong pick here. When you do know that there's going to be a Lulu top or a Karma top, you definitely want something that can match the amount of poke that this Lulu is going to bring. So Kennen definitely a good lock. Something like picking something more traditional top laner, you definitely have a very hard time here. An Aatrox, something would just get bullied out. So Kennen, another ranged Yordle top degenerate, will be able to match some of the poke here.
What do you know about the Rengar Kindred matchup specifically? Do you have any information on that?
I don't have a super insightful we'll take into it, but I think that you might Rengar probably is stronger in early game, and then you do end up, and then once Kindred is able to stack those marks, you do end up getting you do see that Kindred getting a bit stronger. But the problem, I think the main thing is gonna be if we are able to see one hand get those marks right, because that's how you win on Kindred, right? It doesn't matter if you end up losing early game or if you get super far behind, because if you are just able to stack up those marks, get that tons of extra range and all that, and all those extra stats, you're just able to basically scale into a very strong powerhouse.
Yeah, we didn't touch too much yet on the entire comp for NFG Esports, which honestly looks very well drafted as well. Just looking at the head-to-head comps, I'm almost worried again about the late game for Team 200 Years. Obviously, Senna does scale up well, but just sustained DPS seems a little bit lacking, honestly, from the side of 200 Years. And just look at the raw team fight on the side of NFG Esports. It almost looks kind of similar to the dynamic in game number 1, where we were saying how, you know, NFG just really needs to kind of scale up. Ended up working out that Xerath was just too big on the Aatrox, but it almost feels similar.
And as we're just quickly noticing something, I think we're seeing Smite Ignite Rengar, which is definitely something that's going to be fun.
I'm not surprised, honestly, coming out of
Gen Sniper. It's quite the power move. You know, Smite Ignite junglers, nothing new. We have seen Smite Ignite Graves. We've seen Smite Ignite Graves, which is possible because of that quick draw and the collateral damage. So many dashes. Rengar doesn't have that safety of that many dashes. However, perhaps we'll be able to just survive either way. But anyway, yeah, like you were saying, the straight up team fight comp here, the straight up team fight from the side of NFG Esports is just objectively so much stronger than the side of Team 200 Years. Because the problem is when you draft Lulu top, when you draft Karma mid, yes, those are supportive champions, and yes, they can do damage, but you're gonna lack the damage that something like a Kennen or a Cassiopeia does once you draft a more traditional top laner. So it's gonna be very important to see if Monkey Diff and Gen Sniper are gonna be able to pop off and carry, because otherwise they're gonna struggle a lot with damage.
And also some support will be available from Monkey Diff once he gets his ultimate available. It almost kind of does feel like Team 200 Years is kind of going for this style of, here, let's just get Gen Sniper super far ahead on this Rengar. And we'll have, Lulu to help him out. We'll have Karma roaming from mid lane to help him out. We'll have Pantheon ultimates to come in. Once they hit 6, it kind of feels like, they're feeling pretty confident in their jungler, Team 200 Years, and they're kind of just trying to ride this snowball from Gen Sniper. Looking for something like that.
Yeah, it'll definitely be something to keep our eyes on, right? Because this is definitely a let's get Gen Sniper as far ahead as possible. He's going to carry us kind of draft, right? Which is definitely something that is possible. Like, we've seen Gen Sniper pop off really hard in these last few games. So we'll have to see if he can be as strong as he's been before, right?
And yeah, and even more on that, like, we saw Xerath playing Lulu in the group stage. He got like lane leads on this Lulu. I'm pretty sure he even played into a cannon once. This exact matchup and got a lane lead. So he could, especially if 200 Years gets winning lanes, it's definitely very possible for them to pull this off, and it could be very, very risky for NFG if the snowball starts to begin.
Yeah, this is definitely a feast or famine kind of draft, right? Because you do end up, if you can't get ahead on this draft, well, what are you going to do, right? Your mid laner's Karma, she's going to stop doing damage, she's just going to become a heal bot. Your top laner has basically 0 engage apart from the polymorph. So this is so much of a can we get ahead? Can Gen Sniper snowball off of 1 kill? And I mean, if I had to trust any jungler that we got right now to snowball, it would be Gen Sniper on Smite Ignite Rengar. So
absolutely, it would. Without
this is definitely going to be. We're definitely going to need to, like I said, keep our eyes on the jungle, and especially in this game, we're going to have to keep our eyes on Gen Sniper and on one hand to see if he's able to survive this early game.
We need predictions, Jakuno. Who do you got? Quick.
Okay. I'm doing it. I want to see a series. I'm going to say NFG wins this one because I want. 3-0 is so lame. I believe in NFG to come back and at least win one.
I'd like to go with you, but I think I'm going to have to go with 200 Years. I think Gen Sniper is going to start rolling pretty quickly here. That's my prediction, so let's see what happens, obviously.
We got a split opinion here, I see.
NFG, definitely, with a solid draft here, just needs to hold off this early snowball. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Denji now joining Monkey Diff in the bot lane.
Now we're gonna have to keep our eyes out on these kindred marks, right? Which of the skull crabs is it gonna spawn on? That first crab. The first crab or first mark always will be on one of the crabs. So it's gonna be important to see which which crab will be marked, and if one hand will get the good RNG and get the get that bot side crab marked, because that's where he is right now. And you want to get those early marks on kindred stuff. So just get rid of some of that lack of early game power that you do have with that very low auto range.
Yeah, definitely always feels good to get to that 4th mark on Kindred, the baseline. You start getting that attack range coming in at that 4th mark. So definitely will be keeping an eye on the mark count, as we do see Wonhan looking for this early level 3 gank onto Chude. Is coming in the backside, does have red buff for the slows. This is probably going to end up being a kill. Flash obviously available on Chude, but doesn't want to burn it here and be more vulnerable on this immobile Karma. So going to just hold on to the flash, but that's going to be first blood picked up.
I mean, yeah, that's we're seeing Chude get a bit too aggressive in this lane. Does shove that wave and doesn't have any vision, so unfortunately does have to die to that gank. Does actually manage to keep that flash, so that's at least something, even though you do end up giving that kill, you probably would die anyway there unless you flash very early, so just manages to stay alive.
Yeah, you were talking about the RNG on the marks too. Wonhan not getting the lucky RNG this time. The mark did spawn on the top side scuttle, picked up by Gen Sniper, so not going to get that first mark, but gets the first kill.
Yeah, I mean, you probably take that anyway.
Yeah.
Any day, 400, or at least 200 gold. No, sorry. Mitch Diff was the one who picked up the kill, but you always usually prefer 200 gold than just 1 mark. And especially getting Mitch Diff ahead in this lane to get him already has that tier picked up, so we'll start stacking up to get that Seraph's Embrace as soon as he can, which is such a hugely important thing for Cassiopeia to get.
At top lane, also see Gen Sniper trying to land the root on the Zarkana, but Zarkana with a well-timed flash. Good. Oh,
Ignite
actually
ticks
not
away.
going to survive the DOT. I thought he was going to survive that last tick. I think taking him down. One kill onto Gen Sniper, and that's tied 1-1 on these junglers. Actually, I'm sorry. Mischief picked up the kill before, but...
And look at this. Titania is just putting a lot of pressure on this map.
Also, mid lane, Chude coming up with another death. Does burn the flash this time. Does not matter. Not looking good for Team 200 Years here in the mid lane, that's for sure.
And the thing is, right, like, yeah, we see a roam from the support, right, but what is... Team 200 Years doesn't get anything, like, from that roam, like, they don't punish that roam at all, right? Like, Leona's there, and now we're seeing some fighting.
Oh yeah,
in the
more
jungle.
NG getting caught out in his own side of the jungle this time, but able to use that blast plant just to hop right over that wall. Now Gen Sniper trying to defend his Raptor camp. One Han trying to put the pressure on, does get that smite away on the big chicken, but now he's trying to get away for his life. Gonna end up being able to use that hop right on out though, so it's gonna be fine. Picks up a little bit of gold there from the jungle.
Yeah, just barely manages to survive. Just manages to escape the Karma route and just manages to stay alive here. But yeah, we see Team 200 Years doesn't actually manage to punish that roam from this Leona, and now
That monkey diff gonna be fine, but
okay, cleanse will just be forced out by from monkey diff. But yeah, that's a very good roam from Titania. Does roam to get that kill. Does set Chude so far behind here on this Karma, and especially on someone like Karma, even though you don't really need to be ahead, you are always going to feel that, because Karma from behind is definitely not a strong champion.
definitely not what you're going for. One Han though, starting off this Drake, getting a little low, did see Gen Sniper probably going for the second spawn of the mark on the top side once again, so wanted to pick up this Drake at least. Again, a trade you're probably going to end up taking at this point. You want to start getting marks, but you know, you'll take the Drake, I think.
Definitely, and I mean, especially getting that, even though it is just a Cloud Drake, getting like a 630 Drake is always nice. Especially since we're seeing that it's going to be, that the soul of the game will be Ocean or Infernal. Both very fun souls.
Honestly, the jungling so far coming out from One Han has been pretty on point. He's also now, you know, a little bit of vertical jungling as Gen Sniper's been in the top side jungle of One Han a little bit, but you know, picking up right on point. He's going to take the red buff away. Now looking to make a play on the bot side of the map. Just remaining very, very cognizant of what's going on in this game.
But we do see Gen Sniper coming from behind. Does have the ultimate isn't available, but he will be able to show up.
Yeah, Titania going in with the Zenith Blade, not going to be able to get out of this one. Trying to pick up the second kill, though. Fishbait flashes away from the turret range, and they're going to end up being fine. 2 for 1. That's a double kill onto One Han. He's getting big.
Yeah, and I mean, all the summoners are forced out of this, NFG's bot lane, but 2 kills is always going to be nice, especially on one hand, because yeah, he has been struggling a bit to in these games, but that extra 900 gold is always going to help. Is always going to be something that you take over being like 5 camps down. Is what he's down on right now.
Yeah, definitely down a little bit for sure in the clearing aspect, but has definitely remained effective. It's found some points. He's got, the mid lane gank was good onto Chude. Found the bot lane gank, has picked up a drag, has got a little unlucky with, the RNG spawns on the crab, and you can't do anything about stuff like that. So, still sitting at 0 marks, but hopefully for him, he's going to end up being able to get one of these at some point.
Yeah, I mean, is struggling a bit with getting these marks. However, even though we do want to see him getting more marks at this point, because you do need those on Kindred to remain relevant. These 3 early kills are definitely more valuable than a couple of early marks, right? Because you'll probably be able to get those farming and applying.
We do see a turret dive potentially happening on the top side. Zarkana popping the ultimate, trying to get the CC to make something happen. Gonna actually scare Xerath away, but the damage is gonna come through from Gen Sniper, and he barely gets out of turret range in time for that last shot.
The slicing Maelstrom, just barely not enough damage. And that'll be another kill picked up on Zarkana. Onto Zarkana, sorry.
And we have been focusing a lot on One-Han because he's been playing this pretty well despite a couple, you know, obviously being down a little bit. But, you know, Gen Sniper, out to that early lead that they were looking for, and definitely in prime position here to pick up another couple kills when an opportunity arises to really continue to snowball.
Definitely will be able to, I mean, yeah, we're already seeing an almost, I think like 30, like a 6 or 7 camp lead for Gen Sniper, and even though he is down in kills and down in overall gold, he's still keeping it pretty even from just his farm alone, and he has been getting fed off of these kills on Zarkana. But now we're seeing some fighting over the Raptors.
Yeah, Gen Sniper doing a good job of cleansing that CC coming in from the Ash Arrow without missing a beat, but that is going to be a mark picked up for One-Han. Titania, though, going in pretty deep, trying to continue this engage. The Lamb's Respite is going to be coming through here, keeping some members alive. No one actually being dropped from either team here. Lots of damage being put up, but Gen Sniper coming over the backside, picking up that kill for a 600 gold shutdown, picking up another kill onto Titania. Fishbait now the next victim to be taken down as Team 200 Years strikes.
And wow, that's huge for Team 200 Years. That's exactly what they need in this game. I mean, they just get the shutdown on Kindred, another kill. You get 2 kills on Gen Sniper along with that shutdown, 1 kill on Monkey Dip. So yeah, so much, just such a huge fight from the side of Team 200 Years, and that's going to set NFG so far behind. Already a 2k gold lead.
Just for the viewers, that is the second mark onto One-Han on this Kindred, picked up at that Raptor camp there. So sitting at 2 marks, gonna need to grab 2 more to grab that first spike of power. But halfway there already, so.
Yeah, I mean, you don't usually want to be this far behind. But now we're seeing in the top lane.
Yeah, another fight, True Day. Once again, gonna be falling as a victim on this Karma. Now sitting at 0-3. Been a little bit susceptible to ganks so far in this game.
Yeah, certainly has been struggling with surviving. Whenever One-Han does decide to make his presence known, does just it does fall behind. But even though, yeah, you know, Karma isn't the, you know, even though you don't really like having your mid laner super far behind. Oh wow. Yeah,
gonna see Mitch Dip taken down. Didn't actually catch what happened, but
I missed
another kill. Yeah, another kill picked up here for 200 Years.
I think what happened was something along the lines of absolutely 0 armor on that Cassiopeia. Was probably what happened. Yeah, it was a Duskblade Rengar. Duskblade doing a lot of damage. But yeah, so otherwise, yeah, it's what happened was called 42 armor.
Oh, real quick though, Titania, another kill picked up by Gen Sniper. Yep, not even much time at all. A break here, One-Han.
Zarkana
looking pretty vulnerable here after this tournament. The Lamb's Respite is going to save his life probably, but the TP now coming in. Looks like Team 200 Years wants to commit to this. Sending in Xerath on this Lulu. Lots of members now bot side.
The Slicing Maelstrom will be available very soon if they do, or it is available right now if they do want to fight for this dragon. But I just don't see them really going for it, especially when they're this far behind in members. Yeah, it will just be the dragon secured. And Ocean Soul is going to be the soul of the game.
Yeah, Ocean Soul, Dragon's Tide, now at 1-1, as Team 200 Years did commit lots of members down to that bot side for that play.
I mean, yeah, but it was definitely worth it. You know, they did pick up quite a few kills off of that. And yeah, we're already seeing Gen Sniper getting very far ahead, and this is exactly what you want to see. Smite Ignite Rengar doing, you know, especially in a draft like this where you are going to struggle with getting with where late game you are going to struggle. Getting your Rengar as far ahead early game and being able to get these dragons early will definitely be important.
Speaking of Rengar, ultimate popped, but Miasma plays down. It looks like maybe 200 years is going to just decide not to pull the trigger on this one.
Yeah,
actually, maybe I'm seeing pings down to Zarkana in the top lane, maybe. But no, not
does have the exhaust from the Unsealed Spellbook if he does want to use it, but we'll just back away.
Gen Sniper leaping in, not going to pick up the damage or kill onto one Han, but there's another bush to reset there that leap off of. Going to pick up the kill onto Titania. One Han now, barely holding on. Gen Sniper going to tank the turret there for that one, and it looks like members out of NFG are just dropping left and right off of Summoner's Rift. Fishbait trying to pick up a return kill on the Denji, is going to get it there with the Cutlass active. And, but, you know, another kill picked up there for Gen Sniper, and this is really the time for their comp with this all-in on Gen Sniper on this Rengar to kind of start taking off.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly where this comp where you feel great on this comp, right? You know, you've got this Rengar so incredibly far ahead, has that Duskblade. No one has been able to item. You're only seeing 2 armor items on the or like very little armor on the 2 priority targets here. So you're just going to be able to walk into bot lane or mid lane and just delete Fishbait or Midstiff if you want to on this Rengar. So Gen Sniper is definitely having a good time. This is very much a fun game if you're on Rengar.
It's definitely, as you're saying, it's what they were kind of looking to do coming in. They've already picked up 7 kills onto this Rengar. You know, you look at one Han, he's got 3 marks on this Kindred, trying to find the 4th one. But you just kind of you gotta try to look for points on the side of NFGs. Like, what are they gonna be able to do to slow this down? Because again, it feels kind of back like the game 1, where they're trying to slow the game down, trying to sort of withstand these pushes. You know, this huge Rengar spike we're gonna have here with Lulu and Karma next to him, as well as the Pantheon ultimate. So NFG really needs to find some ways to slow this game down, and just not let it get out of control.
I think one huge thing that they did do was get that first Cloud Dragon, right? Because, like you said, they are going to scale very well into, they're going to scale pretty well. So getting that first dragon, stopping that soul stacking, was definitely a very good play by one hand to just make sure that at least they can last for a bit longer. And now, Gen Sniper's coming in.
Yeah, that Rengar ultimate again. Everyone's running for their towers, hoping they'll be safe under there. Looks like they probably will be, as you probably don't want to turn dive a Leona.
We'll just
there's the Ash Arrow actually maybe catching him out. Going to use his W there to cleanse that CC, though. Top right on out. Rengar slipping in and out of these precarious situations. Denji, though, flashing for the stun under turret. A little bit of aggressive, but looks like I might be working out for them as the damage is coming through. Titania trying to go in and buy some time, but the Lamb's Respite is going to be what she needs to repel this turret dive. And now it looks like 200 years may be on the run. Good job here from NFG.
Gen Sniper is here, though. Okay, Slicing Maelstrom available if we do want to see a re-engager.
That's Gen Sniper once again, but it's going to get hit by the Zenith Blade. Now 1,000 gold shutdown onto Mitch Diff, and that is absolutely massive now. Team 200 years on the run. Denji probably going to be taken down by Zarkana, but Chuday actually picking up a return kill as well on the Titania. So, but yeah, huge shutdown onto Mitch Diff for sure.
Oh, 100%. And that's really a great person to get that shutdown. And another shutdown onto Mitch. Yeah, that's huge right there. Great usage of the Battle Roar from Gen Sniper to survive that, to survive the Ash Arrow, but you can't. Unfortunately, didn't have the Fury to cleanse CC again, and was just caught out. And that 1,000 gold on Mitch Diff is going to be huge. Already has a Seraph's Embrace and the Rylai's, so it's going to start shredding people if he does end up getting on them with those Twin Fangs.
Yeah, I'm getting some flashbacks, honestly, to the third matchup between Team 200 Years and Monkey Diff, or Monkey Flip, excuse me, in the group stage, where they gave over those 2 1,000 gold shutdowns. One of them was just given over, as you were saying. Mitch Diff picked up 1k. What ended up happening in that game, we all know what ended up happening in that game. 200 lost, so
it's looking like a 67 bloom moment, perhaps.
Yeah, but gonna have to put off a couple more, or withstand a couple more attempts here from Gen Sniper on this Rengar. Looks like Titania will be unsuccessful in this attempt. as he is still, despite giving up that shutdown, an absolute monster.
Oh, definitely. You know, even though he did end up dying, he does have so much lethality here that just, if he gets on you, if you don't have armor, you are basically just a walking, you're already dead if he does get on you.
You're just dead,
yeah.
Very well said. But yeah, you know, this next Drake is up now, so probably we'll see some attention shifted towards that at some point. But we do see Mitch Diff now in a little bit of a precarious spot, but gonna hit that nice ultimate, trying to do something here in this 1v3, but Denji coming in.
Almost.
Too many people, too many abilities, too much.
I mean, you know, if Denji didn't come in there with that Grand Starfall, perhaps we could have seen Mitch Diff turning that around. But now in the bot lane, we may be seeing a dive or something like that, as Earth does path around.
This is a little aggressive considering Gen Sniper's not quite with your team, but you know, doesn't seem to really matter. It's only 3 members alive, 1 top. They're fine with what's going on. Picked up the Drake, and now it looks like Fishbait is definitely not where he wants to be. We do see Gen Sniper, though, getting stunned with that Ash Arrow, so Fishbait's life will remain intact for the time being. Zenith Blade barely missing on Desert there, keeping him alive.
Yeah, and I mean, what we are seeing here is something that I am noticing from Mischief is that he's going for this going right into this Leandri's Torment, which is definitely a very important item for Cassiopeia. You know, it does. You know, when you do apply that poison, all that damage from the Madness passive would always be nice. However, I would have really liked for him to at least pick up something like a Seeker's Arm Guard, or just something along the lines to get just a bit more of resistance to survive this one shot from Rengar, because you know Seeker's Arm Guard is a great item. You know, it's a very underrated item. It's very good into lethality-based characters. You know, even though it's not going to reduce all of the lethality, you will survive for just a second, for just a bit longer, which is exactly what you want on Cassiopeia, to survive longer, get that Conqueror, get that healing from that, and just survive for as long as possible to get all your damage out. So, while Leandro is definitely an important... That's topside.
Yep, Zarkana taken down here. Gen Sniper catching out another member of NFG, as he's been doing so consistently throughout this game. Also, though, shut down back onto Monkey Diff. NFG doing a good job of, you know, trading punches here, trying to stem the bleeding and stall some time for themselves.
Definitely. The Solar Flirt comes out.
Yeah, a couple whipped ultimates there for NFG. Really just trying to back up at this point. But it's not going to be... Oh, maybe it is perfect timing, just as Mitch Diff is able to flash over that wall. But just look at Gen Sniper just completely not care. Speaking of not caring, Denji going all the way towards the Nexus of it. NFG does able to trade his life for another kill. Yeah,
that's definitely definitely feeling himself. Yeah, Denji definitely getting a bit aggressive, but definitely fun. You know, just ults right into the base of NFG and shows us that he's having a great time.
Gen Sniper trying to will his team here to victory in this series with a 3-0 sweep. NFG trying to withstand the punches and doing a pretty good job at it. It does find themselves down a few thousand gold here, but in a pretty good spot to just keep withstanding if they're able to do so.
Yeah, and I mean, another really good itemization thing from the side of NFG Esports is Fishbait just very quickly pivoting into that Phantom Dancer. We do see that Zeal item second is always very common on Ashe. You know, you do usually go for that Rune's Hurricane, but here Phantom Dancer is definitely probably the better choice here. You just want to survive for as long as possible. You want to make sure to resist some of that burst, and that shield will always be nice. Shit. And now, Gen Sniper is coming in, has the ultimate.
Yep, another kill picked up there, 11 now for Gen Sniper, just racking them up to his tally. Seems like a lot of this game has just been honestly stagnated around Gen Sniper sitting in the NFG Raptor bush here, just kind of like looking for people to walk into the jungle. Right there. Absolutely. Fishbait trying to put down some damage, some good DPS. But NG in the right place at the right time, coming in, going to pick up the kill on the one Han. Now we see Zarkana trying to put in the damage on this Kennen. Is going to pick up some kills, but is going to fall himself. But you know, these are fights that I think you're okay with the outcomes are if you're NFG.
Yeah. Huge slicing Maelstrom from Zarkana does manage to get that 600 gold shutdown on the on him, and even though that's not really who you want this gold to be on, you definitely are fine with just killing Gen Sniper. Just take him off the map. And Dragon is spawning in 30 seconds, so that's definitely going to be something to keep our eyes on.
Solar Flare actually connecting, as well as the Zenith Blade, going to pick up the kill on the Monkey Diff. Mitch Diff putting out all kinds of damage there on this Cassiopeia. Definitely scaling into this threat, where kind of like we're talking about.
And that's a huge. That's a huge thing to pick up, as the mark count will just be 5
marks. 5 marks on Kindred, so she has grabbed that power spike.
Yeah, has picked up that range increase, but now we definitely need to see NFG just quickly turn onto this Ocean Drake, right? They need to take advantage of the time that Monkey Diff will not be on the map. But even so, they can't really go for this as
a potential engage. Gen Sniper coming in, just absolutely exploding Titania. One Han not far behind, but if it's not for the Lamb's Respite, trying to keep him alive. Will do so for the time being. Fishbait putting out some damage onto Xerath, picking up the kill, but Gen Sniper still alive, wreaking havoc onto NFG. But it's not going to matter. NFG able to win this fight, have to pick up that dragon. Fight's not quite over though. Gen Sniper trying to will his way to a team fight victory. Picks up the shutdown. Can he get the 1v2 outplay? Oh my goodness. Can he do it? He absolutely can. Gen Sniper GF.
The Triumph procs coming in really clutch there. And keeping him alive, and now they won't be able to go Baron, but they will at least be able to take down siege some turrets.
Absolutely huge. Like the dragon being picked up from NFG just buys them so much more time. Like you're saying, you don't want to give. I mean, Ocean Soul is good into any comp. I mean, you don't see too many tanks on the side of 200 years, but you know they're gonna pick up Ocean Soul probably if you don't get that dragon right there. Gen Sniper, I mean, just absolutely wreaking havoc in this map right now. Buys them a little bit more time with this dragon, I think.
I mean, we do see the stopwatch picked up on Fishbait. At least we'll be able to buy some time. But yeah, this is just a very unfortunate, a very dangerous game here. We're just seeing him. He's just kind of running over this game. You know, we've seen Gen Sniper look so dominant in all the games that he's played, and now he's showing us that he can play basically any champ. As unfortunately, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow will whiff onto Chude, so he will. That. Nothing will happen there. As you know, the pretty big spike here on Mitchdiff does have that Leandris, does have that Seraphs, does have that Rylai's. You know, the Rylai's Leandris thing, always nice. You know, getting that extra damage from the getting the extra 2.5%.
Monkey Diff, absolutely putting out the DPS, chasing down under this turret. Yeah. Maybe finding himself a little bit too deep though. It's Lamb's Respite doing a good job of keeping people alive. No one's fallen yet though. Mitch Diff coming in with the DPS. Gonna send 200 years running for the hills.
That Lamb's Respite is very clutch, keeping does manage to keep everybody alive there. So thankfully we won't see anything. So no kills here, but Gen Sniper's here.
Gen Sniper is here, popping that ultimate, trying to find an unsuspecting victim. Luckily for NFG, everyone was safely inside the walls of the base.
Safety in numbers no longer means, because Gen Sniper has shown us that being with your friends definitely does not matter. But yeah, they definitely need to play around. They definitely need to play for these dragons. Just making sure to stop that soul sack as much as possible. Because Ocean Soul definitely the strongest soul in the game. I don't think anyone can really argue. I don't think anyone would disagree with me saying that Ocean Soul is definitely fun. As
Gen Sniper back jungle. On the top side of the map this time. Getting CC'd for a decent amount of time though, but one Han is going to be taken down. and Gen Sniper will not. All that support coming in from this Karma and Lulu. Gonna keep him alive, but it's not gonna matter. Mitch Diff is now here, flashing forward with this DPS. Scaling up on this Cassiopeia, and it's gonna be very difficult to deal with for the remainder of this game.
And another 1,000 gold shutdown on Mitch Diff.
Was it really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, 1,000 gold from another 1,000 gold.
Oh, it's like maybe 700 gold shutdowns.
Yeah.
700 or 1,000. Huge shutdowns.
Yeah,
That's
700 gold
one.
bounty and 1,000 and the 300 gold from the kills. Yeah, another 1,000 gold on this Cassiopeia. So, yeah, we'll have to see if Mitch Diff can start putting out that DPS.
Does this feel like the monkey flip game from groups? Are you feeling it yet?
I might, yeah.
You feeling
We'll
it?
have to see. We'll have to
I'm
see
kinda
if
feeling it.
Mitch Diff can just get to full HP with one Q, but perhaps. Yeah, I mean,
Because it is 30 minutes into this game already. At some point, if it's gonna flip, it's gonna flip. You know that the scaling's gonna be coming through. Cassiopeia is sitting on 4 items now.
definitely. And I mean, you are gonna hit that point where Rengar, even though Rengar doesn't, kind of falls off, but not really. You're gonna hit the point where you're like, oh, huh. We don't have a lot of damage
Yeah.
apart from Rengar. Yes, Senna does have a lot of DPS, can Infinity skill, yes. But after she does use that rapid fire proc, yeah, Senna's gonna do a lot of damage, but it's gonna be a lot less than someone like an Ashe is gonna be putting out that consistent DPS. That Cassiopeia throwing down those twin fangs.
And if you're putting a lot of your peel on the Gen Sniper, this is not going to be the peel left for Monkey Diff. And you got, Zarkana on I'm blanking for the name, Kennen. All these
Kennen.
champions flying at you, so much damage. It's going to be hard to stay alive. He does have the cleanse, but...
And
meanwhile, Gen Sniper coming back into that bush he loves so damn much in this game. But it's not going to work for him again. He's taken down in a 1-for-1, and if you're NFG, that's perfectly fine. You still got Mitch Diff with the DPS. You still got Zarkana.
And you've got one hand alive if you do want to turn onto this Baron. You do absolutely shred that with Cassiopeia. But they aren't going to be looking for it, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, another thing that I'm seeing from Gen Sniper, which is he still hasn't gotten a QSS. Which, like, fair enough, you do have the cleanse on your W if you do manage to get that Fury up. But look at the comp on the side of NFG. Kennen, Cassiopeia, Ashe, Leona. You're gonna get... They're gonna have so much CC here that if you choose to not take QSS here, you're putting yourself in a really, really bad spot. And so, even though this, they will now end up on Soul Point here, it's definitely an interesting move here. Like, yeah, he will be able to survive utilizing the cleanse that he does have on that battle roar if he does manage to get the Fury stack. But I just think that going QSS here is so much better. You already have enough damage. The 25 AD from Coalfields isn't really going to be doing a ton for you. But now we do see Soul Point has been picked up for the side of Team 20 or so. In 4 minutes and 20 seconds, we'll be seeing some fighting.
Senna is at 58, I believe. 60 stacks, and we have one Han sitting at 7 stacks on this Kindred.
Yeah, definitely.
7 stack.
The stacking is happening.
But the Baron is also happening.
Indeed.
So, actually, it's already halfway down. We do see members from NFG arriving now, but it's going to be kind of quick here. We do see Zarkon flashing in with a huge Ken ultimate damage coming through. Red team stole the Baron. One Han steals the Baron. This could be the turning point of this game if they can win this team fight. Huge ultimate coming from Mitch Diff. Zenith Blade connecting onto more members, but Gen Sniper is still alive, never taken out, and it looks like the support from Xerath and Chuday is going to be enough to completely wipe the field. Only one Han is standing alive for NFG. Oh my goodness.
Gen Sniper is here to party with 20 kills already. And yeah, I think that might be that probably won't be game. I don't think. We
I wouldn't be surprised if 200 goes for it.
Actually, it might be, yeah. They have a wave coming in.
And that's going to be an ace. Yeah.
Let's see if they can manage to survive.
15 seconds on multiple members. 200 years trying to take down the series right here, right now in Game 3. On this push, Gen Sniper with the Lulu ultimate trying to peel NFG off of the Nexus while the DPS comes through. And it looks like
one more
spawned in though. Monkey Diff tried to get the last piece of the damage off, kiting Ekpeke on the side of the Nexus.
He gets it.
Monkey Diff finishing the sweep for 200 years as they will be advancing
into the
finals.
Yeah, I mean they have quite the commanding play all around from the side of and from both teams. You know, Gen Sniper definitely very strong on this on his Rengar, showing us he's pretty good at this champion. He's pretty good at jungling in general. And yeah,
definitely. You can go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I was just gonna say that we definitely did see we had a glimmer of hope there when
we did.
When One Hand did steal away that Baron, but unfortunately the team fight didn't go their way. A huge engage from Zarkana, but there was just no follow-up, so they weren't able to do anything with that massive slicing Maelstrom that he did end up getting.
Yeah, it was the thing. It really just came down to Gen Sniper didn't get killed. You know, he was CC'd in the Baron pit, able to pick up the steal, but you know, able to get healed back up, and just buffed and shielded all the way to the team fight victory, which pretty much sums up the story of this game. Look at the stat line: 21 kills, 5 deaths, 10 assists. Gen Sniper, surrounded by his supporting staff in this comp, an absolute monster, and absolutely deserving of this series win, with an epic conclusion there in that final fight.
Yeah, definitely a really good draft all around. You know, they were in a bit of a pit of like, we need to win, or else we're gonna get completely destroyed. But they did manage to end up winning, get ahead. They managed to snowball very hard, and just get that win.
Yeah, definitely well played by Team 200 Years here. If you are sad that NFG is eliminated here, don't be too sad, because we will be seeing them again next week in the third place match, taking on the loser of the other semifinal series tomorrow to see who will be getting that piece of the third place, the third place prize pool amount.
To see who is going to be securing third place.
Articulating that, but yeah, they will be fighting for the third place prize pool next week as well. So more NFG to come as well. But yeah, Team 200 Years advancing to the finals, which also will be next week on Sunday. So very exciting stuff. The other series is Iceborne Winners Queue versus Monkey Flip. And again, if anyone has seen these two teams face off in the group stage last week, absolutely explosive teams. This is going to be an amazing series. I'm so excited to watch. That is going to be taking place tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST, same time as today, tomorrow. So definitely mark that on your calendars. Put an alarm in on your phone. Do whatever you got to do. Be here for that. That's going to be an amazing series to see who will be taking on Team 200 Years in the finals, as well as who will be taking on NFG in the third place match next week.
Yeah, and even though that's it for us for today, yeah, like you said, like Kinder said, come check in tomorrow, and you can see Iceborne Winners Queue facing off against Monkey Flip to see who's going to be in these finals.
I'd like to wish everybody a happy Halloween, by the way. It is also, since that is also going on today, just make sure everyone, whatever you guys are doing, just be safe out there, have a good time. Whatever it is anyone ends up doing tonight. So happy Halloween, and I think that's going to do it from us here today. Make sure you're back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. It's going to be a heck of a series. But yeah, that's going to do it from us until then. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, wear a mask, be safe, be spooky.